Hey there, it's Nikki, also known as Mommy Seed, back with another episode of the In the Company of My Kids podcast. Since our last conversation, that is the intro episode of the In the Company of My Kids podcast, you've decided that you're going to start a YouTube business with your kids. It's a way for you to get closer to them. It's a way for them to learn about business. It's a door to making lots of money and building a family legacy. You're excited, they're excited, but you're saying to yourself, what in the world are we going to talk about on YouTube? What are we going to do? And how's it going to lead to a business for me and my kid? Listen, those fears and questions will cause you to talk yourself right out of something that could change your life for the better. I want you to know right now is the absolute best time to get started with this. The number of digital video viewers is increasing year over year, especially with all of us attached to our mobile devices, which just makes it convenient to watch videos. And according to Statista.com, the most popular video-related app is YouTube. So now is the perfect time for you and your kid to make your mark and tap into that huge audience. Hey, if you are getting value out of this podcast, I have to ask you to click subscribe and click that bell to turn on notifications. That way you'll know when I release new information for you, and it'll really help me out. And if you really like what you're hearing, click that share button and share it with a friend. So, what are you going to do on your YouTube channel? You could go onto Google and ask something like, what are some YouTube channel ideas? Or, since you're starting your YouTube business as a family with your kid, you might type in, what are some kid YouTube channel ideas? And Google will tell you things like cooking, maybe your kid likes to cook, or science, maybe you have a kid into STEM, or stop motion. Those are fun to watch. But while Google is giving you some ideas, it may not be giving you your idea. What if I told you that you can launch a YouTube channel with your kid in a niche that you both love and have an audience of engaged fans that leads you to making a profitable income as a family? Sound good? Well, I promise that by the end of this episode, you'll have 4 solid steps to help you figure out your perfect YouTube niche. So why is it even necessary to niche? Let me say this. When you start out, you may have absolutely no idea what kind of YouTube videos you want to make. So you're like, I'm just going to dabble in a little bit of everything. See what I like. I'm non-committal. Okay, fine. You go ahead and do that. But on this podcast, we're going to be discussing the shortest distance between where you are now and making money. We ain't talking about just building a YouTube channel here, but a YouTube channel business as a family. And one way to do that is by being focused in a niche. I have 4 YouTube channels with my family. If you look at our channel, Loose Seeds, and go back to the first videos we did. Going back to our first videos, let me just go over here and sort to oldest. You'll see we did videos about everything. Let's see, we did videos about candy. We did videos about art. We did videos about kid business. We did challenges. We did vlogs. We did cosplay. We did skits. What we didn't do was grow. And part of the reason was because YouTube was too confused. It was like,
look, I don't know who you're trying to speak to. If I did, I'd recommend you to that specific audience. But since I don't, I can't recommend you to anybody.
Basically, YouTube likes to play matchmaker. Creators that have a specific focus or niche get matched with an audience that wants to see videos in that niche. If the YouTube algorithm is confused by your niche, it won't suggest you, and you will have a sluggish time building a loyal audience.
No recommendation for you.
So once I was enlightened to this, our game plan changed completely. The number one question I get asked is, how can my family and I start a YouTube channel like you and your family? Or my kids keep saying that they want to start a YouTube channel. How can we do it? Well, we're going to be diving into those exact details in this podcast. But in the meantime, I've put together a free cheat sheet for you. To get it, just go to nikkilewis.net/freebie. We decided to really niche, and Loose Seeds went from a family variety channel to a family challenge channel. We niched and focused entirely on doing fun family challenges. Okay, if I look at the Loose Seeds channel, go into videos and sort by newest, scrolling all the way down to about a year ago, you'll see a change up where we started doing challenge videos. starting with the dad jokes, try not to laugh challenge, and then this last to eat and leave challenge. You may look at the views and you might say, this isn't thousands of views, but I just want you to know that it's actually a dramatic lift in views. Videos we publish now get the same amount of views in just a few days that it took our older videos years to get. I can go into the backend section of my channel, go into analytics, go to reach, click on views, sort by lifetime, and look how dramatic this is. This shows our view count from the start of our channel in 2017 till now. Look at that drastic lift in views starting right around December 2019 through now. That lift started happening when we focused on a niche. I can also prove this to you again on my Lucy's Kids channel, where we focused on skits out the gate, and we grew quickly to about 68,000 subscribers and millions of views on our videos. And even on our very new Lucy's Gaming channel. We made the mistake of doing a variety of gaming videos when we started, but we quickly pivoted to a Roblox Bloxburg roleplay niche, and that's when we started to grow. So how do you choose a niche for you and your kids' YouTube channel? Step 1, agree to a mutual interest. You want to focus on something that you like, right? Your YouTube journey has to be a fun one, especially to keep the kids engaged in it, but it has to be fun for both of you, because honestly, this is what it's like being in a company with your kids. Sometimes we're in the middle of filming like this, but then I realize I have a 10-year-old who just rolls around on the floor right in the middle of our shoot. What do you have to say for yourself, Nadia?
What's for dinner?
Now, if you are a lover of all things makeup, but your 6-year-old son is not into that at all, that's probably not going to be a good channel idea. Or if your 15-year-old daughter is obsessed with video games, and the last time you played a game was on your 1977 Atari, then maybe that's not the niche for the two of you. Or maybe it is. This is a good time for a business meeting with your kid, where you talk about your desires for your YouTube business. You may have to adjust this a bit if they are younger kids, but I'll tell you that my daughter Nadia, she started in business at just 6 years old, and she was able to process and learn about business better than I thought possible for her age.
Be inspired to start your own business.
Say that again, Nadia. Say it stronger.
Hey, you might be inspired to start your own business.
Perfect.
So that's a bit about us.
My son was 10 years old. Same with him. So give your kids a chance if they're younger. They might surprise you. They probably will. So in your business meeting, you're going to get out some paper, and this is what you're going to do. Number 1, decide on the type of channel you both want to start. Would you like to do a gaming channel, a family channel, a skit channel, DIY channel, ASMR, animation, eating, cooking, toys, beauty? The list goes on. Jot down 3 or 4 channel types that you feel you'd honestly want to create videos on long term. Number 2, decide on the niche for your channel. For example, if you wrote gaming as the type of channel, then the niche might be Sims or Roblox Adopt Me. Then, under each of your types, list out the niche ideas you have for that type. Now, switch papers with your kid. You're gonna X out any that's an absolute no for starting a YouTube channel because you have 0 interest in it. And your kid's gonna be doing the same thing with your paper. From there, you're gonna just circle the ones you wanna discuss further, all right? And then put a check next to the ones you would be completely open to. Now it's time to compare notes. Discuss the circles and checks, Xing out more as they become no's in your discussion until you settle on a mutual interest that you both like. Here's a tip. Be open. This is a give and take. If your kid is into, say, American Girl dolls and wants to do a stop motion niche, don't think, I'm a grown adult, I'm not playing with dolls. There are plenty of adult YouTubers having a ball, making wonderful doll videos. Be open if you have somewhat of an interest in it. YouTube is like a movie, right? You're a content creator and you're offering the viewer things they want to do or wish they could do. Sometimes it's about suspension of disbelief. You're offering them entertainment, stepping outside of their normal routine, right? Giving them an escape, okay? So that brings me to step number 2. Step number 2, decide if your channel will inform, educate, or entertain. How are you going to deliver your message? Maybe you're just learning about your topic. So if that's the case, then take the audience on the journey with you. You're going to be informing them of what you learn as you learn it. Or maybe you've already been on the journey and now you're an expert on the topic. In that case, your videos are going to educate your audience because you're sharing already acquired knowledge knowledge with them. Or maybe your channel is gonna purely provide entertainment. Granted, if you're informing or educating, still make sure it's entertaining, okay, if you wanna keep the audience coming back. Okay, I'm about to give you the last 2 points, and they are vital when it comes to finding your perfect YouTube niche for your family YouTube business. But first, I gotta tell you about our sponsor for today's episode. I want to tell you about one of the easiest design tools that I've used from the beginning of my business, and it's Canva. This site makes designing as simple as click, drag, and drop. You can figure out your brand colors, logo, your fonts, and then save them as a brand kit in Canva Pro so you can easily incorporate your brand into all your design projects. You can create your logo, your YouTube channel banner, your social media posts. Oh, with Canva Pro, you can even resize your projects to any format. So you make one piece for Facebook, and then you can easily resize it for Instagram, Pinterest, wherever you're posting your stuff. And if you sign up for Canva Pro by going to nikkilewis.net/Canva, guess what? You're gonna get your first month of Canva Pro for free as a new customer. So you'll be able to try it out and do all kinds of things like creating animations and GIFs, and you'll even have access to premium fonts and millions of free photos for your projects. So just go to nikkilewis.net/Canva to get your free month. As a Canva affiliate, I earn a small commission for your qualifying purchase, but there's never an extra cost to you. So you've agreed on a topic with your kid. You've decided if your channel is going to inform, educate, or entertain. Those steps were about you. The next step is about your audience. Step 3, what does your audience want to see in relation to your topic? You have to find your people. And the way we start that research is the way we start any other research online. We Google it. So if you go to Google and you start typing in what you think your audience may be searching for, it can really help refine your niche. And it can give you some great video topic ideas as well. So for example, if you think your topic is going to be slime, you go to Google, you might type in slime how-to, and Google's going to suggest to you the most popular things people have searched under those string of words. So for slime how-to, they've searched slime how to make with glue, slime how to make it home, slime how to make without glue, all these different things. These are some other sites where you can do some deeper research. Check out Google Trends, check out Answer the Public, and SEM Rush. These are all going to give you more insight into what your ideal audience wants to see in relation to your topic. And here's a tip. Don't be intimidated by competitors. If others have a similar channel that's succeeding, that proves that there's an audience for your topic. All right, and the last step, step 4. What is your USP, your unique selling proposition? Basically, what are your specific strengths that make you stand out from your competition? What's going to motivate viewers to watch your YouTube channel longer than they watch any other channel? Beneath all of your branding, which we'll get to later in our podcast because we haven't touched on that yet, but beneath all of that, what are you really selling? Are you selling health? Are you selling hope? When you look at channels like Mr. Beast,
in this video, I will be giving 1 million subscribers,
who's one of the biggest YouTubers out there, go to his About page and you can see that, he could brag about being one of the biggest YouTubers out there, but instead he brags about raising $20 million to plant 20 million trees and donating over 100 cars, giving away millions of dollars to charity. His USP is philanthropy, and he's doing that through putting out videos that are so entertaining it makes you want to watch from start to finish. So your USP is going to require you to look at some competitors, see what they're doing. You're going to have to do some soul searching and see what uniqueness you can bring to the YouTube table. So as for me, for my family's business, Loose Seeds, our USP is being a family-run entertainment brand with content that entertains as well as educates and empowers. So we want you to be inspired to do what you want to do with your family. So let's make a plan to figure out exactly what you want out of your YouTube business. That's exactly what we're going to be talking about in the next episode. I'm going to be breaking down a simple and fun method for goal setting. It's the exact method my family and I use, and I'll be giving it to you in the next episode, which I suggest you go and listen to right now. Talk to you soon.